I'm so hydrated. Health update, deep vein thrombosis, pulmonary embolism. A lot of people have been asking me how that is and how that was. So I'll do uh, a little explanation of how that went because I've had so many people call me up and been like, Devon, I think I have deep vein thrombosis. So uh, I kind of go over my experience with the illness and where I am now, which is getting close to the 3 month point from the time of injury. So what caused it? It's hard to say exactly. I had a long flight and a kind of rough period where I wasn't taking care of myself. Uh, I went from San Diego to San Francisco to Vancouver to Toronto to Ottawa, all over the course of like probably 36 or 40 hours, where I really wasn't doing much moving. And a couple days after that flight, I woke up with a pain in my thigh, inner thigh. I felt it initially, and it wasn't your typical pain. And I hadn't hit my leg. I hadn't had a leg workout probably since last time I saw Juji. So it was very odd, but I didn't really do anything about it. I'm like, oh, well, whatever, weird stuff happens. I'm 45 and I've done a lot of silly things in my life, so I'm like, man, maybe I just try and walk it off. And the next day, it was much worse. So the pain went from like a 3 or 4 to like a 7. And on day 3, it was just ridiculous, like a 9. And if I was standing up or sitting down or walking, it was just brutal, like throbbing, ridiculous. The only time I'd get any reprieve was if I put my leg up and lay still. After like 15 minutes, the pressure would come down. Went into the hospital, WebMD, self-diagnosis. I told him I think I got a blood clot. After, Jody begging me to go to the hospital for 3 days. Eventually she called Mike Gould, and Mike called me up and was like, get your ass to the hospital. So I went. um, Anyways, right away they gave me an injection of blood thinners, and they did an ultrasound on my leg. Yes, my whole leg was a clot basically. Oh yeah, and I was coughing up blood. So they checked my lung, and yes, I had a pulmonary embolism as well. And they put me on a drug called rivaroxaban, which I've been on at various doses right away. I think I was on two doses of 15 milligrams a day, and that was like for the first basically month or so. And now I've been on one dose of 20 milligrams of rivaroxaban once a day. Initially, the pain with deep vein thrombosis is really extreme. I've been told depending on where you have the clot, it can be worse or less. For me, the area behind my knee was ridiculous. There was a little bit of swelling, not not a, not as much as I've heard that it can be. I didn't have a ton of discoloration, which I've also heard that there can be. Um, for probably a good 10 days after I started the medication, the pain was very bad, but it slowly started to taper away. And sometime between the 10 and 14-day period after the onset of medication, it basically, the pain was mostly gone. Um, I could still tell that I was hurt. I could still tell that there was a clot and there were problems. If I went for a walk or I tried to do cardio, the leg would go dead very quickly. Like it wasn't being fed, like the blood couldn't move through it properly. But it did get better and get better. Probably about a month and a half to 2 months after the injury, uh, I started to think that the clot was gone. Like no symptoms. If I did cardio, the one leg did not tire before the other. Um, yeah, so basically, I'm now at 2.5 months post injury, and I feel great. No problems. I don't think that I have the clot anymore. Um, yeah, 2 more weeks of medication and I'm done. I've been training throughout. At the beginning, for sure, my health took a hit, guaranteed, absolutely. But I've been progressively training, and everything seems to be coming along just fine. So I should be 100% here any second, and I'm gonna get back out there and start to crush all over again. So I'm really happy. Modern medicine, Ottawa Hospital. I love you people. Saved my life over and over. Uh, um, Stay hydrated. Wiggle your toes when you're on airplanes. Don't completely neglect cardio. Try not to eat total garbage. Yeah, but other than that, I'm kind of starting to fall back into old patterns and being an idiot again. So, yeah, anyways, I'm good. No need to worry. Back on the horse, kicking ass.